Well, today I'm on a bit of a day ride. It's an exploratory ride. I have some buddies from out of state coming up, and we're going to do a few days of camping. So we're trying to decide what kind of camping that we're going to do, and where is it going to be, whether we're going to go backpacking or just go to a campground with our car, maybe do some dispersed camping. So I'm out here checking out a spot that's called Acorn Woman Lakes. It's on the Rogue Siskiyou National Forest. And I've never been here. The reason we're looking at this one is that it's a walk-in campground, so about a mile and a half. It's kind of a dispersed campground, so there'll be other people there. And but we kind of don't want to be around a bunch of campers. Of course, we just want to have some time to ourselves, like a lot of other people do. So I'm going to go check this campground out as one of the possibilities, and I thought what I would do is, since I'm on the bike, is I would go over the modifications that I've made on my KTM 390 Adventure since I bought it about a year ago. Now, most riders, when they buy an adventure bike, probably make some kind of modifications to it. I don't know anybody that just buys it stock and never makes any changes at all. So I did make some changes to this bike, but I don't like to go whole hog with a lot of changes just to make them, in part because when I buy a bike, I want it to have most of the stuff on it that I pay for. I don't want to have to rebuild a bike. Why did I buy it if I have to make a couple dozen changes, right? But there are some changes that I wanted to make right off the bat. And so the first change that I did when I bought the bike is I ended up getting an extended foot peg for the kickstand, the side stand. I find that the side stand on many adventure bikes are too small, and if you happen to stop in sand or some soft dirt, the kickstand will bury into it and the bike has a chance of going over. So I bought a extension for the kickstand. I got it off of Amazon. You can just check Amazon, you'll probably find it. I got this one because it's specific for the 390 Adventure, and the color of it, of course, is orange. Matches the bike, and it's just big enough that it works just fine. I can put the bike on the side stand on soft dirt and don't have to really worry about it falling over. It's also good for me too, because I tend to mount the bike kind of a cowboy style, because I can't lift my leg as well getting older, and I've got the injury and a new knee on my left knee, so it's easier for me to mount the bike by stepping on the foot peg and throwing my leg over, kind of like mounting a horse. So that works really well for that too. Then another mod that I did is I bought the Tusk rear rack. I wanted a rear rack so I could carry my safety gear with me that I take, whether it's on a day ride like this or an extended ride. I also got the Tusk rack because I bought the Tusk soft luggage too, and it's a rackless luggage system. So I got the Tusk because that's what I bought, and I wanted them to kind of match each other, which they do really well. I have a video about that luggage also if you wanted to see that. So I like that rack. Didn't break the bank. It's nice and flat. Works really well for my day luggage as well as my multi-day luggage. The third thing I got was risers for the bar. Now, this bike is a little bit smaller than my Yamaha Tenere 700 was. So when I stand up here, it's kind of cramped, and it tends to put me over the front handlebars. They're not that high. So I bought some risers off of Amazon. Again, you can find those on there. Part of the reason I got them, they were the right size, right fit, and again, they were KTM orange. They help. You know, I can stand, but it's still not that comfortable to stand for long distances. This bike is a little bit more cramped. The rider triangle a little bit more small than a midweight or a heavyweight adventure bike. But the risers help. I also have the handlebars up as high as they can go. And then another thing I bought, kind of next on that list, was a windscreen. The windscreen that comes with the 390 is really small. It's adjustable, but only about an inch. So I got a video about that, and I bought the Puig windscreen. It's the Puig Touring windscreen, but it's not real big, but it's about twice as big as the windscreen that comes with the 390. So for me, it's a good compromise, one I can use when I'm on off the pavement like I am now, but I can also use it on the times that I'm riding at highway speeds. It'll take that wind, and it doesn't push it all the way over my head, but it pushes it up far enough above my visor. So I thought it was a good compromise between a large windscreen and the stock one that comes with a KTM. I got a video about the windscreen also if you wanted to see that. And then I bought a new bash plate. That was a bit pricey, but I didn't like the bash plate that came with the KTM 390. It was kind of a fiberglass and a little bit of aluminum, and it just seemed like it would break. I dented it a few times, so I bought a nice metal bash plate, which works out really well. But the downside of the metal bash plate aluminum is that it's really noisy. It echoes the engine noise right back up into my helmet, and I don't like that. So I'm keeping the bash plate. It's on there, it's functional, works really well, but I might look for something that's maybe a hybrid or made out of thick fiberglass that doesn't have quite the noise, because if I lift up my shield on my helmet, I can really hear the noise of the engine echoing off of the bash plate. So that's the downside of that one. A little disappointing. I didn't realize it was going to be that noisy, even though the plate itself is really well made. Now I'm on my bike after about a week after making a video, and I realized I forgot one very important mod, and that is my Acerbis Handguards. The handguards that come with the KTM 390 are really cheap plastic, and I broke the handguard when I was on a weekend of off-road training, and went home and I bought these Acerbis handguards. Now they're very similar to the Barkbusters, which are very popular, only the Acerbis is quite a bit less expensive, and they're very well made. The quality is very high quality. I've dropped the bike a couple times and they've held up well, combined with the OEM crash bars that come with the KTM 390. Really provides pretty good protection for the engine on slow speed falls. I haven't tried any fast speed falls, thank you very much. So other than being a very well quality and less expensive than the Barkbusters, the other reason that I really like them is they come in multiple colors. So I was able to get the KTM orange as an accent to my bike, and so I think they really look well and they work well too. So that's it. That's all the mods that I've made to this bike. That's really not a lot, is it? There are other ones that I could make in the future that I'm thinking about. I've got spoked wheels on my 390, but they take tube tires, and I could get spokeless wheels that would take a tubeless tire. They're about $1,200 or $1,300 for that option, so I'm considering that because I really don't like changing tires, especially if I'm out somewhere like I am now. So that may be a purchase here sometime in the future. It's kind of a big purchase though. And some people don't like the foot pegs that come with the 390. They're tilted 15 degrees to the front, and they're kind of small. A lot of people don't like them, especially when you're standing up, but I don't find them too bad. When I'm sitting down like I am now, my feet are about at a 15-degree angle anyways. And yes, when I stand, they tend to push me forward a little bit, so I may trade out those pegs for one that's bigger and flatter, possibly in the future. Some people also don't like the stock mirrors, but I think they work fine. I've dropped my bike a couple times and the mirrors didn't break. They just came loose and I tightened them back up. So they seem to be functional. I can see out of them fine. I can adjust them as I ride. So I'm not riding any single track or anything really gnarly. So these stock mirrors work fine, but you know, someday I may replace them out. That'd be down on my list a little bit. Another possibility to change is the chain. The one that comes here, as many people say, it tends to stretch out, so I keep adjusting the tension on the chain, kind of a pain in the butt. So I'll probably exchange that chain sometime soon. And the stock tires, I think when they wear out, I'll change that for more of an off-road tire. But right now, the stock tires, I think they perform really well on the pavement, and off the pavement, like on a gravel road, they're okay. I mean, they could be better, but I didn't need to change those out right when I bought the bike. I'll wait till the tires wear out. And the last thing that's a possibility is the front sprocket. The KTM 390 is not a real torquey bike in the lower gears, not like my Yamaha Tenere 700 had quite a bit of torque. I could crawl along in second gear, but here, like, I'm in second gear here, and I'm not really crawling along. If I go too slow, I'm going to have to go down into first gear. So I may change out that front sprocket to give me a little bit of torquiness in the lower gears. Sacrifice just a couple miles an hour on the higher end, but I may do that. That's a possibility too. Well, I'm getting close to my destination. Hopefully, it's only about 6 or 7 miles on this gravel road. We'll check it out. It's a warm day today. Whether this is where we'll camp, I don't know yet. I'll have to confer with my buddies. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this little short video of my mods that I've made to my KTM 390. Leave your comments below. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on one of my senior moments. Well, I think I found our spot.